What if I told you that the governments we trust to protect us have, at times, been the very ones orchestrating deception, secrecy, and even disturbing experiments on their own people? From hidden files on extraterrestrial encounters to mind control experiments that sound like something out of a horror film, history is filled with shocking truths that were never meant to see the light of day. Today, we're diving deep into the shadows to uncover the top 10 darkest secrets governments tried to hide. Secrets so unbelievable that they'll leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Throughout history, governments across the globe have operated under a veil of secrecy. Some of these secrets are justified, tied to national security or defense. But others are so dark, so morally questionable that when exposed, they shake public trust to its core. From scientific experiments conducted without consent to political conspiracies, hidden wars, and even cover-ups of mass tragedies, the truth has often proven far stranger and far more disturbing than fiction. In this video, we'll explore 10 of the darkest secrets governments desperately tried to hide from the world. Stay with me until the very end, because number 1 is so shocking that it changed the way citizens view their leaders forever. Number 10. Project MKUltra, the CIA's mind control program. In the 1950s, the CIA launched Project MKUltra, a secret program aimed at developing mind control techniques. The agency experimented on thousands of unsuspecting individuals, often without their knowledge or consent. Subjects were dosed with LSD, placed in sensory deprivation chambers, and subjected to psychological torture. For years, the CIA denied the program's existence until documents were declassified in the 1970s, exposing the horrifying truth. The idea was to create methods of interrogation and control that could be used in the Cold War. But in reality, it destroyed lives, leaving many victims with permanent trauma. Number 9. The Tuskegee Syphilis experiment. Between 1932 and 1972, the U.S. Public Health Service conducted one of the most disturbing medical experiments in history. Hundreds of African American men infected with syphilis were deliberately left untreated, even after penicillin became the known cure. The purpose? To study the natural progression of the disease. These men were told they were receiving free health care, but in reality, they were being used as lab rats. For 40 years, their suffering was hidden until whistleblowers finally exposed the truth. The Tuskegee experiment remains a painful reminder of how governments have exploited their own citizens in the name of science. Number 8. Operation Northwoods. In the early 1960s, as tensions with Cuba escalated, the U.S. government drafted a shocking proposal called Operation Northwoods. The plan suggested staging fake terrorist attacks on American soil, including hijackings and bombings that would then be blamed on Cuba. The goal was to justify a military invasion. Though the plan was never executed, the fact that it was even drafted shows just how far governments are sometimes willing to go. The documents were declassified decades later, revealing a disturbing level of manipulation and disregard for innocent lives. Number 7. The Chernobyl disaster cover-up. When the Chernobyl nuclear reactor exploded in 1986, Soviet authorities tried to suppress the truth about the scale of the disaster. While radiation spread across Europe, the government delayed evacuations and downplayed the severity of the incident. Citizens living near the plant were left in danger, and international warnings were ignored. It wasn't until Sweden detected high radiation levels that the Soviet Union was forced to admit something had gone wrong. By then, the damage was catastrophic. The cover-up cost countless lives and exposed how political secrecy can have global consequences. Number 6. The Iran-Contra affair. In the 1980s, the U.S. government secretly sold weapons to Iran despite an arms embargo in exchange for American hostages. The money from these sales was then funneled to support rebel groups in Nicaragua known as the Contras, who were accused of human rights violations. When the scandal broke, it shocked the world. High-ranking officials were implicated, and though some were convicted, many sentences were overturned. The Iran-Contra affair revealed how governments sometimes bypass their own laws to pursue hidden agendas, leaving the public in the dark. Number 5. The Katyn Massacre. During World War II, thousands of Polish military officers and intellectuals were executed by the Soviet secret police in what became known as the Katyn Massacre. For decades, the Soviet Union denied responsibility, instead blaming Nazi Germany. It wasn't until 1990 that Moscow finally admitted to the atrocity, acknowledging that Soviet forces had carried out the executions. For nearly half a century, an entire nation was fed a false narrative while families grieved without closure. Number 4. Operation Paperclip. After World War II, the U.S. government launched Operation Paperclip, a secret program to recruit former Nazi scientists, including those who had worked on horrific experiments in concentration camps. These scientists were brought to America to contribute to military and space programs, including NASA's rocket development. The government sanitized their records to hide their Nazi pasts, presenting them as brilliant minds instead of war criminals. While Operation Paperclip accelerated American science and technology, it also buried the moral questions surrounding collaboration with individuals tied to some of history's darkest crimes. Number 3. Watergate Scandal. In the 1970s, the Watergate scandal shook American politics to its core. Members of President Richard Nixon's administration were caught breaking into the Democratic National Committee headquarters to steal information and sabotage political opponents. When the cover-up was exposed through relentless journalism and investigations, Nixon was forced to resign, the first U.S. president ever to do so. Watergate revealed just how far leaders might go to cling to power and how fragile democracy can be when corruption runs deep. Number 2. The KGB's secret biological weapons program. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union operated a massive biological weapons program, despite being a signatory to treaties banning such weapons. Known as Bioprepper, the program secretly developed deadly pathogens like anthrax, smallpox, and plague. Defectors later revealed the horrifying scale of this operation: labs hidden in plain sight, scientists working on viruses that could wipe out entire populations, and stockpiles that remained even after the Soviet collapse. The government kept the world in the dark, endangering millions. Number 1. Area 51 and the UFO cover-up. At the top of our list is perhaps the most famous government secret of all, Area 51. For decades, the U.S. government denied the very existence of this highly classified military base in Nevada. Speculation grew about UFOs, alien technology, and secret aircraft being tested there. It wasn't until 2013 that the CIA officially acknowledged Area 51, confirming it as a testing ground for advanced aircraft. While no concrete evidence of extraterrestrial life has been released, the decades of secrecy and unexplained sightings have left the public skeptical. Many believe the government continues to withhold the full truth about what's really out there. From mind control experiments to cover-ups of nuclear disasters and political scandals, these 10 darkest secrets reveal a sobering truth. Governments, no matter how powerful, often go to extraordinary lengths to hide their mistakes, protect their interests, or manipulate public perception. And while some of these secrets eventually came to light, many more may still be buried, waiting to be uncovered. So, the next time you hear about classified information or national security, remember, there may be far more to the story than meets the eye. If you enjoyed this deep dive into government secrets and want to uncover more hidden truths about history and the world we live in, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Because sometimes the most shocking stories aren't in movies or books, they're hidden in plain sight, buried in history, waiting for us to discover them.